Welcome to No Strings Attached Street Ministry. This is Jim with the Prayer Van. Today I wanted to give out a little chat about what the van is. The biggest thing that I notice across the country for me is the climate control. Of course, you know, you can chase the good weather, in which that's the best way to do it. That way you're not really dying inside. But for security reasons stuff, I don't stay in a parking lot somewhere with my windows down. I might crack them maybe an inch or so, if that. In the very front, I usually only crack about a half inch just to get some air circulation in the van. And I don't have a roof vent or any kind of external vents or fans. I do have a little small personal fan, runs on batteries. Biggest thing that I use is really my air conditioning. Now I have it set up where the air conditioner, I can run in two different modes. I can run in stealth mode, I call it. I've got four 125 amp, 135 amp amp hour batteries. They're these marine deep cycle batteries. I guess it probably would work better maybe with big lithium batteries or something like that, but I mean, I can't afford those. They're like $600, $400 to $600 a piece, I believe. AGMs are a lot more expensive. I don't know. I hear a lot of people are not having very good luck with the AGMs, with a lot of major amp draw. Now my air conditioner, I've got four of them set up in there. My batteries are close to 5 years old, if not 6. Because I had those a couple years before I even had the van. So I'm figuring they're probably around 6 years old. And, I mean, I think I'm starting to have problems with one of them. I'm not sure. I have to really open it all up and get into it. Of course, I haven't checked the water on them in probably the last 5 months. But it is probably something that I need to address, is just do a good maintenance on those batteries. But I can run the batteries, like if I'm in a really tight, area or around a lot of activity, I'll run it in the stealth mode, while I sleep. Usually I can just find shade and roll down the window during the day or whatever I need to do, unless I'm driving. But if I need to, let's say, take a nap during the day or sit down and rest or just get out of the heat, sometimes I'll just flip it over on that. But I can run that air conditioner. I got a 5,000 BTU. It was like $149 from Home Depot. That's the one I got. And that air conditioner can cool my van cold enough to where it'll run you out. I've never actually had a temperature on it, but I bet it's way below in the low 70s, if not 60s. And it can be 80 to 90 degrees outside, and it seems to do well. Now, of course, I've got that bubble stuff in the windows, and the van's built pretty well. It's got carpeting and stuff all through it, so it's like a custom van anyway. So I think it's insulated and everything anyway. But for what I do, I mean, it can run the air conditioner for about 7 to 8 hours on a full charge before the converter sounds off saying that the batteries are low. And then that's usually enough to get me through my sleep. I usually sleep only about 6 hours at a time, 5 to 6 hours, so I really hardly ever hear it go off. But and that will actually operate that. Now, at the same time that's operating the inverter, it's also operating a small refrigerator that I have in here. I use what they call the it's not the compressor kind. It's the plate. And that one there keeps stuff around 50 degrees, 48 degrees, somewhere around in there. I mean, it's good enough to keep water on and Coca-Cola on and things overnight if I need to. But I don't keep it stocked full of food or anything. But it runs that as well, and that's 100 watts. The air conditioner is, I think it said it pulled 535 watts or something like that. And let's see, it runs my TV. I charge my computer. I charge my cell phone. Charge my camera equipment, everything up. So everything is always plugged in and on. Well, take that back. My phone is charged off of my regular car battery. That's plugged up in the front. I've got a 10-foot extension cord on that one, so that way I can use the phone in the back. But yeah, that one runs actually off the car battery on the 12-volt plug there. But it actually does real well. Now I've got a generator on the back, also a 2,000 watt generator, and that little generator does extremely well. The thing that I like about it is on the little tank of gas, it only would run about 8 hours or so on a little small tank, and then it would run out. And sometimes, if it's really hot outside, like if I'm in Florida and it's really, really hot, I want to try to keep the air conditioner going all the time. That way, even when I'm away from the van, that way I know that it's nice and cool when I come back, and I don't have to try to re-cool off all the heat. So, and I'll run that. But I put an extension, a boat. I took one of those boat gas cans and did an extension on it, and it holds 6 gallons of gas. And on this last about a month or so on this journey here, I've been able to run it about 6 days, 24-hour days. That's the gases in the machine and also the backup gas too. And it actually holds like 6.5 gallons. But I can get about 6 good days out of it. And, for gas is about $2.27 a gallon, I could say. So you're probably looking at about a gallon a day. So, and if you do the math, if you're trying to live comfortable in your house, at home your electric bill is ridiculous. But if you, you compare that to what I'm spending on fuel to keep that running, and having full electricity of everything that I want. Plus it charges my batteries while it's running too. And it's not really that bad. I mean, that's what, $2 a day, so that's basically what, $60 a month. That's on a 30-day cycle. So you're looking about $60, maybe $70, for the whole month of gas, to run that. So if you look at it that way, it's not really that unreasonable. My electric at my house is almost $280 a month in the summertime. I mean, it's way high, but I mean, of course, I live in Florida, so you got a lot of heat down there, and you got a lot of things to deal with, so it makes a lot of difference. But when I'm on the road, I mean, in mine, like if I'm out somewhere out west, I mean, it basically, I cycle it down. It's got a thermostatic control on it, and I can cycle it down. It'll come on and off, to whatever temperature I set it at, wherever I feel comfortable. But, and then I usually leave it on with the fan on, believe it or not, and all the time, let the fan cycle and then just turn the compressor down to wherever I like it to, cycle on and off at. So when you shut the whole thing down, it sort of gets stuffy inside. I like the airflow, the air movement. So that's why I do it that way. And if you can control that in that way, I mean, I think it'd be a lot better. I mean, I really didn't have a hard time. Here, I'll tell you what. Let's go outside for a second. I'll sort of give you a show you exactly what I've done. This is my van. You see what I've got is the it's this little it's a 2000 watt, same kind as my tools, but right now for some reason I can't seem to remember what brand it was. I can't remember the name. But anyway, this is what I did here. I just took the window out, the glass. Here's the little pins that the window is hooked onto, and the mount, you know, the open and close mount. This is the other window, and you can see the pins here, the same thing. I took a piece of 1/4 inch aluminum and had it cut. And what I did is I took a jigsaw and I cut this out to match the exact window itself. And I basically made a metal window. And then I kept bending it over the edge of the table until I got the curve, you know, to take shape. And then I put all the hardware back on. So actually, it's just like a window. If I took the air conditioner out, I could open and close it just like I did the regular window. But now when I put the air conditioner in, it seemed like it would vibrate a little bit. So then I just come in here and I put screws around here, threw it into the inner part of the door, and just made it solid and permanent. And then I set the air conditioner through. I have no wood or anything in it. This is just through bolts at the top, and then it's cocked around the edge all the way around. And it hasn't moved. It hasn't moved at all. I mean, I do need to recock it and seal it up, but yeah, like I said, it's just a simple little air conditioner. I mean, but it cools it real well, and it don't really stick out that awful bad. Now I've got some paint that I want to probably paint the insides of these windows and black it completely out with paint. And I've bought 2 different kinds. Maybe you all can give me some ideas. Number one, I bought like a mirror, the silver mirror looking paint. And I think if I painted it, it would be like a mirror effect on the outside and also on the inside. And that way it would help really light up the van once I was inside. I was thinking about doing the back window, the big one, the first side window on that door, this back window, and then these 2 big giant windows as well, and just do the back side on those. And then still put, because see, inside this glass still does get pretty hot, and it's actually a lot of heat between here and that Reflectix. So I'm wondering if I blacked it all out, or stop the UV from actually being able to penetrate that, if it would remove that heat barrier that's in between there. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Give me an idea. I don't want to paint it and have to scrape it back off, so if anyone's done this, let me know the effects and if it's really worth it or not. Maybe it might help with the air conditioner on those extreme days, but a lot of it is just really to where people can't see if I'm in there with the lights on. Then this is my gas can that I put on here. It's just a boat gas can, and I pump it up, and get the gas to go up there and fill up the bulb, and it automatically siphons right in there as it needs it. So it actually does pretty good. But anyway, that's my setup. Give you a little bit of an idea of how I have it all set up. And now I also wanted to do those solenoid things, to where it charges off the battery or off the van when it's running too. But I wasn't sure if it was worth the cost to do that or not. And give me an idea. I don't know if that alternator would be big enough to run the air conditioner and everything while I'm running. But I don't know. But I've got a couple ways. Then also I've thought about even putting solar up on the top too. Get a couple solar panels, and You know, like that way I can run more and more and more off of just the batteries than I could with the little generator itself. Of course, I'm all about saving money. I hate spending money on myself and my comfort, but I'll give it to anybody. But it drives me nuts when I have to spend 25 bucks for a pair of shoes. I just literally I scream and cry like a little baby. I don't know why I do that, but I see someone need a pair of shoes, I'll be the first one to buy them a pair. I don't know, go figure, right? But anyway, that's how I have my van set up, but hopefully that'll give you a little bit of an idea of exactly what you can expect if you did one of these systems. And I know there's a lot of people out there that really have a hard time living in the vans and not really understanding and getting everything proper. Now, when I bought the batteries, I bought them all brand new, made sure that they were brand new. They weren't on the shelf. They were all for the exact same kind. And I ran them with, I think it was the 2 alt wire, the real big, thick, heavy stuff, about the size of your thumb. And that's how I hooked it all up. And that ran all the way, even all the way to the inverter. So everything is in that size. Right behind the seat here, and inside I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 batteries right along this side of the van. That sits up against the wall, and that's how I have it set up. And then it's behind my my couch, and that's the inside of my van. So I have just the couch there, my TV is over there, my air conditioner's in the back window, and then all along there I got that. Then I got my ice maker. I've got a small refrigerator down here, and then there's a microwave under all that, but I've got it buried right now. But and I got a DVD and a antenna. One of those antenna things up inside those 2 back boxes back there, but my DVD and all that stuff's up in there. But anyway, that's my setup. Have a good day.